Hello, everyone. Going to check out our Wednesday daily soon, but just got this notification for the first time that the updated duration rules should be released pretty soon. So I'll admit, I understand obviously how the rules work now, and I understand how the rules are going to work in the future, but changing my mindset or whatever, I'm going to screw this up so many times, and it's going to be great. All right, we have Adventures and Nocturne as our two expansions. God, I've made so many comments about Nocturne heavy boards in the last month or so that, oh man, I don't know what I'm going to say. Just fucking Nocturne, man. Okay, do we have any heirlooms? No. So it's kind of a weird looking one. Ranger is the only draw if we can get a village. But the only village it looks like is... Oh, well, there's also the possibility of getting an imp. The only village looks to be in the peasant line, disciple and teacher. Plus buy in ranger and peasant gains in cobbler. Man, I just don't see a nice consistent deck to put together here. Like going up the peasant line, I think, was it yesterday we had an adventures board, or 2 days ago on Monday, an adventures board? And we had Page in that kingdom, but we also had Dungeon to help us cycle through those cards quickly to upgrade the Traveler quickly. There isn't really anything like that here. And the trashing is quite slow. Yeah, in that previous Adventures game, it was Dungeon and Raise to help cycle through quickly. We have Ratcatcher to trash, but that's quite slow. Calling it now, I'm going to get destroyed on this board by the AI. I don't know if I should do something just money-ish. Take like Skulk in the open. Is there a way for us to easily gain multiple? I guess Skulk can activate Devil's Workshop for the imp. I could even open Skulk Devil's Workshop. And then, like, if they... that's not what I want to do, right? Buying the Skulk doesn't do this. If they collide, maybe I play the Skulk for the attack, and then just play the Workshop for another gold. This could be like a money... I don't have like a vision of what I should be doing on this kingdom. I'm not saying that when I do, that I'm right, but at least usually when I look at a kingdom after 30 seconds or so, I have like an idea of what I want to do, whether that's right or wrong. Here, it's like I'm lost. Oh, we could even discard Skulks to gain more golds. Interesting. If I just like load up on Skulks, that'll give us a bunch of golds. If they collide, I play one and quest the other for another gold. I wonder if that makes sense. The thing that I'm worried about is Swamp Hag. Well, we can just almost for stuff. Oh my god, we gotta go money. So there isn't much sense then in getting Devil's Workshop, I don't think. Maybe we just double Skulk in the opening. If they collide, I'm fine with that. Even if they don't collide, I might just quest for more golds. Let me read this. Discard an attack, 2 curses or 6 cards, gain a gold. If we get Swamp Hagged, we're not going to get cursed because we're going to be doing quest and alms type stuff. This has got to be the right play. Just flood myself with gold in the opening. The downside is actually, like, I don't want the skulks themselves, but this is what I'm going to try. I'm going to try and keep my eyes on what the AI does and see. Because if I get destroyed in this first game, let's try and pay attention to what the AI does. So they do the same thing. So now, do I play the Skulk? Or do I quest? Just wish I could get more buys, right? Like, I think I'm just going to quest here. Oh, excuse me. Like, what are my other options? I could play the Skulk and then alms for a Skulk and buy a Skulk, but then I have so many. Like, that would add 2 golds to my deck, but it would also add 2 Skulks to my deck. I'm not sure that's what I want. If they collided my Skulks, I would probably do something like that. Well, I would quest for 1, and then, I don't know. I think I'm just going to quest. They take a Swamp Hag. I'm kind of fine with that, because we can avoid... There's a lot of productive stuff we can do and avoid the curses. Just quest again. Cobbler. What about a Tormentor? Again, if my Tormentor collides with Skulks, just play the Tormentor, get that Imp, and then quest with the other Skulks. Ratcatcher, get rid of my estates. It's kind of, it's so slow. Swamp Hag, the cursing is essentially only effective when we get to, when we start greening. I could just buy another gold. I wonder if Tormentor is... man. I'm just going to load up on more golds here. Trash a Skulk, that's probably good for me. And they gain another gold. Well, they... Yeah, gain another gold and a Ratcatcher. Okay, so I'm obviously not gonna... I'm not gonna province just yet. So now in my deck I have 1 Skulk and the rest are golds. So maybe I just alms for another skulk here. I'm think for the rest of this shuffle, I'll add more. Just keep adding more gold and money and so on, and then think about greening. Like, what did they gain? Another swamp hag, another cobbler, and a skulk and gold. Okay. Put a copper on my deck. Okay, fine. Am I buying gold? Or is it too early to province? How many golds do I have? I have the 2 original skulks. The 3rd one I just added. And I think I've quested like 3 times. Let's get a head start. I know I said I was going to finish this shuffle adding money. But they've got 2 swamp hags now. It's going to be hard to buy provinces without getting curses. This might be like our only chance. And now I can they take a duchy. Interesting. Now I can quest. And if they don't play a swamp hag, which they can't, I can province again. They can't play swamp hag here, so I can province again. I'll alms for something here. Another skulk. I think I have. Do I have 2 or 3 skulks in my deck right now? I'm not sure. But you know, the alternative is maybe a silver. I'll just do that. Swamp hag. Okay, so again, I don't want to take curses. I think another skulk, honestly. Alms for another skulk. And just hope we... Delusion, is that... Okay, I think that's the one I want right now. That's good, right? Delusion is... Can't buy actions. Oh, this could have been a disaster. Okay. That's not insignificant, I don't think. An estate at this point is probably... An estate now is probably a good idea, right? It means, well, yeah, do the math. Okay, this is unfortunate. Maybe I should just top deck a gold. Or I could duchy now, top deck a copper. Buy a duchy. I could buy duchy estate. Alms is once per turn. So I could top deck a copper and still afford duchy estate with alms. I think I saw a lot of golds down here, right? So it's not likely. That was 4 golds in my last hand. Yeah, so there's not that many golds left down here. So top decking a gold is not like it's... Obviously it helps me hit 8, but it's not a huge likelihood. I might just be doing duchy estate stuff for the rest of this game. So if I top deck a copper, play the skulk, and buy a duchy and alms for an estate. If you have no treasures in play. Oh, shit. I always forget this. I always think of this more like a mass. Okay, let me rethink for a second then. I mean, if I top deck the province, then I can duchy estate. I wish I knew how many golds I had. What piles could run here? Duchies, maybe estates. I'm not getting cursed. I'm not getting swamp hagged here. I'm gonna do that duchy estate. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, this is not fun. That's good. So if I take 2 estates here, then I'm at least within 3 points of their duchy stuff. Okay, cobbler. That's... I think I should just take 2 estates. Ooh, can we make it? That's a good sign. Ranger? Yes. Oh my god, I won. I won a Nocturne Kingdom. What a thriller. Yeah, but the point here is I did not know what to do in terms of building anything. But, I mean, mass skulk quest, you know, you can avoid this stuff, or avoid curses by taking the events. These events, given that, you know, if you're playing money-ish, Skulk is a great way to get money into the deck, and then quest, yeah, like playing the Skulk's play effect is like not anything super special. What did they have in their last turn? Okay, so they had they only would have had 5 money anyway, so that's not enough. I mean, they could have bought a duchy, but well, the ranger though could have. Or sorry, they could have taken the ranger instead as a silver. That's still only 7 money. And I don't know what they had in their hand. Maybe they would have had 2 buys, but that's still only duchy estate instead of just an estate. So the Envious didn't actually affect the outcome, but still, I'm happy that I got hit with Deluded instead of Envious when I had 4 golds in hand. That could have been a game changer. Yeah, well, anyway, you know, all this stuff kind of works well together in the face of seeing Swamp Hag. I considered going for this, but because it's so easy to avoid the curses on this board, it's basically just a terminal delayed gold. Yeah, okay. So Money-ish got the job done. Don't know if that's the best way to do it, but worked for me. Thanks for watching.